Have you ever felt this strange contradiction? Nothing is obviously wrong. Your life looks stable, predictable, put together, you're functioning, showing up, doing what's expected, and still something feels missing. Not sadness, not anxiety, just a quiet emptiness, like you're living your life from a slight distance. And the hardest part, you can't point to a single reason why. People ask how you're doing, and you answer, I'm fine, because you are, on the surface. But fine becomes heavy when it stretches on for too long, when days repeat themselves, when nothing is wrong yet nothing feels meaningful either. You're not falling apart, you're slowly drifting away from yourself. This feeling, this strange lack of feeling, it's not something we talk about much. It's not a crisis that demands attention. It's a quiet hum in the background of a life that everyone, including you, thinks is perfectly okay. You might look at your life, the job, the home, the routine, and think you should be grateful, and you are. But gratitude doesn't fill the void. This state of just being fine can feel like you retreading water in a calm sea. You're not drowning, but you're not swimming toward any shore either. You're just there, and the energy it takes to keep treading, to keep up the appearance of fine, can be more exhausting than an actual storm. What you're experiencing isn't sadness. Sadness has weight. Sadness has emotion. This feels flatter. It's waking up without dread but also without anticipation. Doing what needs to be done without resistance but also without presence. You're not overwhelmed. You're underconnected. And that's harder to notice because there's no clear pain to react to. Think of it like a song with the volume turned way down. You can tell there's a melody but you can't feel the beat. You're going through the motions of your day, ticking off boxes on your to-do list, but you're not really asterisk it. It's a form of disengagement that is so subtle, you can function for years without recognizing it for what it is. You're a spectator to your own life. You show up, you perform your role, but the connection between you and your actions has become weak. It's a quiet, creeping numbness that slowly steals the color from your world, leaving everything in shades of gray. This doesn't happen all at once, it happens quietly. You learn to be responsible, to be practical, to choose what's stable. You make decisions that make sense, you adjust, you compromise. None of those choices are wrong, but somewhere along the way, one small question stops getting asked. Does this still feel like me? Not what works, not what looks good, not what keeps things smooth, just does this feel alive? It's a slow erosion, a series of tiny concessions you make over time for the sake of security or to avoid conflict. You take the job that's secure instead of the one that excites you. You maintain friendships that are comfortable but uninspiring. You build a life that looks good on paper, one that meets all the external criteria for success and happiness. But with each sensible choice, you move a tiny step away from your core self, until one day you wake up and realize you're living in a house you built, but it doesn't feel like home. Adapting is a strength. But when you're always adapting, you slowly lose contact with your own inner signal. You become excellent at functioning and distant from listening. So the emptiness isn't random, it's feedback, a sign that you've been living around yourself instead of with yourself. We're praised for being flexible, for being easygoing, for going with the flow. It's a call to stop looking outside for validation and start listening to the quiet wisdom within. And no amount of stimulation can replace something that was never given space to exist. You can't distract your way out of a void. The more you try to fill it with external things, the more you highlight its existence. The entertainment ends, the workday is over, the busyness subsides, and in the silence that follows, the emptiness is still there, waiting patiently. It's a hunger that can't be satisfied by snacks. It's a soul-level hunger for meaning, for connection, for authenticity. This moment isn't a crisis, it's a signal. Your system is saying this life is sustainable, but it's not nourishing. You're not broken. You're not ungrateful. You're aware. And awareness is often the first quiet step toward change. It's easy to judge yourself in this moment, to think there's something wrong with you for not being happy with a perfectly good life. But I want you to reframe that. This feeling is not a sign of failure. It's a sign of profound self-awareness. It means a part of you is still alive and fighting for a more authentic experience. It's an invitation. Your soul is knocking on the door, asking to be let back in. Don't see it as a breakdown. See it as a breakthrough. The moment you can finally name the feeling, the moment you can acknowledge the quiet void, that's the moment you reclaim your power. This isn't about quitting everything or reinventing yourself overnight, or chasing something dramatic. Reconnection usually begins much smaller, with honesty, letting yourself admit this doesn't feel like enough anymore. No judgment, no rush, no immediate solution required. You don't need to burn your life to the ground. Small shifts can create huge ripples. It can start with asking yourself one simple question in the morning. What would make today feel a little more like me? Maybe it's listening to a certain kind of music on your commute. Maybe it's spending 10 minutes reading a book on a topic you love. Maybe it's saying no to something you would have previously said yes to out of obligation. The goal isn't to find a new life, but to invite your true self back into the life you already have. If you've been feeling empty lately, even though your life looks fine, that doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means something inside you wants to be part of the conversation again. You don't need answers tonight, just attention. That quiet noticing that's not the end of anything. It's the beginning of returning to yourself, slowly, honestly, on your own terms. This feeling is a starting point, a gentle nudge toward a more aligned and fulfilling existence. Be kind to yourself through this process. If these feelings are overwhelming, remember that reaching out to a friend, a family member, or a mental health professional is a sign of strength. You don't have to navigate this alone. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this resonated, consider subscribing for more conversations like this. Be well.